Hey guys, so I found the truth, man. I'll tell you why, man. I found the scientific data to back up my bizarre obsession with BBCs and yours too. I know you like BBCs, and I'll tell you why you like the cock. Actually, it's not that scientific. It's evolutionary psychology. We still have a pretty good basis to study human behavior, and it's more scientific than I don't know men's fitness. Anyway, so for the longest time, as long as I remember, I like the cock. I always talk about the cock. I've been drawing the penis for like as long as I remember, and I'm sure you did too, draw the penis as a kid. But as we grow older, you kind of suppress that little instinct that we have with the obsession with penises. And I'm going to explain in this video why all guys are obsessed with penises. And the obsession with BBCs tells a lot of just confirms this theory more. Why is it so fascinating for a guy to swing around his BBCs and around his funny and stuff? And why would I do that in the first place? And why, as I said before many times, whenever I watch porn, I always pick the clip of the biggest cocks. And the guy, if he doesn't ejaculate a lot, if his cock doesn't have enough veins on it, I don't like it. I don't care how hot the girl is, the guy has to have a nice cock. And so my obsession with cocks and BBCs finally has a scientific basis to it. So anyways, I read the study talking about sperm competition. This is the key, sperm competition. What does that mean? Well, it turns out that if you look at let's talk about chimpanzees for a second. Chimpanzees have really large balls, right? Chimpanzees they produce a lot of sperms, right? So chimpanzees balls, in terms of body to testicle ratio, the balls are the biggest among most of the primates, especially if you compare the balls of chimpanzees to humans, to gorillas. Gorillas actually have the smallest balls because they're the most monogamous of all the three species that are listed. Humans are in the middle because we're kind of monogamous, but kind of polygamous. And chimpanzees are completely polygamous. One female will fuck with like tens and hundreds of male chimpanzees, all competing to mate with that same female. So as an evolutionary adaptation strategy that evolved over time, they just produce more and more sperms. Their balls got bigger and bigger just to compete with each other, right? So it turns out that a lot of the animals in the wild that they study, if a male chimpanzee, or even deer for that matter, whatever animal that you can think of, that compete for females, if they suspect either they just suspect it or they actually see it. If they see that their competitors are fucking the female that they want to mate with, there's a surge in their body, right? There's a surge in increased sperm production right there on the spot. And there's a surge in aggressiveness, and there's a surge in sexual. They come faster and they come more, right? They get more horny a lot faster because they want to compete with whoever else is going to fuck the females, right? So what that means is that the cue for making humans or other animals that I listed to have more sperm and to have faster orgasms, stronger orgasms on the spot is a bigger penis, right? Because your sperm level and your sexual energy just increase automatically. It just increases whenever you spot like a cue that says that, okay, someone else is more dominant than you, someone else has better genes than you. And if you don't have the surge of sudden testosterone thing and the sudden surge of sexual aggressiveness and this upsurge of sperm production, you're gonna lose out. That motherfucker or the next motherfucker is gonna impregnate that female, and you're not gonna get the offspring, right? So this explains why let's two very interesting not scientific, empirical data that they collected. They put males under the MRI scan and they track their eyes, right? They had this tracking device thing to see which part of the screen they look at when they watch porn. Scientists did this. And they found out that most males look at the penis quite a lot. They look at the penis, a lot of them looked at the penis more often than look at the female. And if they put the porn stars with bigger penises in there and more muscular, just someone who has cues of being even more alpha than they are, they look at their penis even more. Now, don't deny this. I know when you watch porn, you look at the cock too. Don't deny it, because I do. And another study they did was that they went to Craigslist. A lot of couples, they look for like a third partner to have threesomes with, right? And most couples, they deliberately choose a black guy, right? I'm serious. They always, how it's very specific in Craigslist what who you look for, and the description of black people, the description of black people in terms of the description of who they search for, outnumber any other races by fivefold or something like that. Those couples who, even if they're not black, they deliberately seek out black males, alpha black males, someone who is more alpha than their current husband or whatever, current boyfriend, who's seeking for the other man to fuck his girlfriend. Why is this? Because they get a surge of this testosterone thing. They get even hornier when they see another more alpha male fucking their girlfriend, right? They want to, in terms of sperm competition, automatically if you see some big BBC fucking your girlfriend, you're gonna want to fuck too. That's why threesome is such a often fantasized fantasy, and that's why you see it in porn movies. 3, 4, 5, 12 guys fucking a girl, and you get turned on by that. A lot of people get turned on by that, but you don't see one guy fucking 5 girls, one guy fucking 4, 5, 6, 20 girls. You don't see that. You see gangbangs, right? 100 guys on one girl. You don't see the other way around. Nobody wants to watch one guy getting fucked by 100 girls. Everyone, not everyone, but most people who do search for gangbangs like to see more guys than one girl, even though they're completely straight. Like, that explains it, because seeing all that cocks, just turns them on, because in terms of sperm competition, they get more horny. I'm gonna give you another example. Let's not use my example. Let's use your example. If you had a relationship in the past, I can guarantee you that whenever you suspect or whenever you get jealous of someone else, maybe, or just if you suspect that your wife's been or your girlfriend's been sleeping with someone else, or if you actually caught your wife or your girlfriend sleeping with somebody else, that moment or that night, or you're gonna get horny. Like, you're gonna want to fuck her harder. Like, I see this in movies a lot. I saw if you guys saw Sideways, there's a scene where the main character, he picked up this really fat chick and he fucked her, and it turns out that bitch was married, right? And then the main character, I forgot his name, he left his wallet in that bitch's house, and then when he went back to get the wallet, her husband, who found him, the main character, with his wife on their beds, was fucking the wife like even harder. After he found out that she's been cheating on, he was like, "Yeah, you bad girl." He's slapping her ass and stuff. And then that right there is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. The sperm competition, right? That guy got super horny. His balls got super big, and he came fast and he thrusted harder because he found that his wife was with another man. He needs to beat out whatever sperm that was in his wife, right? If he had more sperm, then whoever fucked his wife, he win out the competition, right? So, like, don't tell me you never felt this way before. You suspect that your girlfriend's been cheating on you, or that your girlfriend made you jealous, and you go home, you want to fuck her really hard. You came really fast that night, right? Your hips thrust were stronger, right? So this is, and it's so interesting how big black cocks were so like prevailing. It explains everything. Why do people like big black cocks? Because, seriously though, guys are more obsessed with cocks than females. Like, it's been proven, studies after study. When people watch porn, guys always stare at the penis more. They talk about the penis more. They compare penis sizes more. They're more concerned with it than females are. And this is one of the reasons why. The cue of the penis size, and is one of the cues for being alpha, right? So, like, guys sort of just kind of want to check out other guys' penis to just not just to compare psychological, but to get that physical surge of testosterone going, to get that fire, that sudden surge of sperm production. That's why you jack up to fucking dicks, man.